From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 28th, 2018. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu landed in Brazil today, accompanied by his wife and son, meeting in Rio de Janeiro with incoming President Jair Bolsonaro, as well as other senior officials. And this evening, Netanyahu is set to take part in an event at the Kehilat Yaakov Synagogue in the neighborhood of Copacabana. Brazil is the second largest Jewish community in Latin America, with an estimated Jewish population of about 120,000. Netanyahu is also scheduled to meet during the six-day trip with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez, and Chile's President Sebastián Pinera. On Tuesday, Netanyahu will attend Bolsonaro's inauguration before flying back to Israel early Wednesday. Well, after weeks with no incendiary devices sent over the Gaza border fence into southern Israel, a bunch of balloons attached to an explosive device was discovered in southern Israel today. Police sappers were called to the scene, which was near a kindergarten yard in Moshav Kfar Maimon in the Sdot Negev Regional Council. The device was safely detonated, and there was no damage or injury reported. The IDF last night issued a warning to Palestinians to stay away from the Gaza border fence today. This after terror group Hamas declared today a test day, which the IDF believes could mean violent riots, marking 1 week since last Friday's riots in which 4 Palestinian rioters were killed. In anticipation of an uptick in violence and attempts to breach the fence, Coordinator of Government Activities in the Territories for the Gaza Strip, IDF Colonel Iyad Sarhan, issued an appeal on social media last night to residents of Gaza in Arabic, saying, "We also want a Friday without any casualties on your side, but that depends solely on you." He said the IDF will not allow rioters to approach or damage the security fence, and any attempt to harm IDF soldiers or violate Israeli sovereignty will be met with a strong IDF response, adding, "Keep your distance from the area of the fence and you will be quite safe." Well, one of Israel's most influential authors, Amos Oz, has died. Oz was one of Israel's most accomplished, most read, and best-known writers, also known for his peace activism. His books have been translated into 45 languages. His many awards over the decades include the Israel Prize. Chairman of the Jewish Agency, Isaac Herzog, called Oz a giant. He said his writing has influenced generations of Israelis, Jews, and followers all over the world. His original and rich language, his moral strength, and plight for justice and peace will be his eternal legacy. Israel's President Reuven Rivlin said Oz was our greatest writer, a giant of the spirit. Amos Oz died today after a brief battle with cancer. He was 79. Israeli media reports that HSBC, one of the world's largest banks, has decided to divest from Israeli defense contractor Elbit. The Jerusalem Post cites sources at the bank saying that the divestment decision was a human rights issue and that the bank does not take political positions. However, the Post said that BDS groups, including the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign, or PSC, who support a boycott of Israel, claimed the bank's reported decision as a victory. The Times of Israel reports that the Zionist Federation of the UK and Ireland issued a statement seeking clarification from HSBC that this new policy is not discriminatory. The Federation wrote in recent months, outside HSBC locations across the country, a small but increasingly hostile group of anti-Israel activists belonging to the BDS-PSC have attempted to intimidate HSBC customers going about their lawful business. They said if HSBC have indeed succumbed to the pressure of these anti-Israel activists, it will set a worrying trend that should be of great concern to us all. Israel's President Reuven Rivlin had a special guest this week, a four-legged one. Rambo, the specially trained IDF dog, was honored by the president on Tuesday for the role he played in a recent IDF operation. Rambo, who is a 5-year-old Belgian Shepherd mix, helped in the search of the building where a Palestinian terrorist wanted for the murders of his 2 Israeli co-workers this past October was hiding. Rambo was injured during the operation, shot in the neck and wounded all over his body with shrapnel, but he is making a swift recovery. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, December the 28th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by musical performances from David Broza, Ron Eliran, and Peter Yarrow. At 8, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs speaks at the 92nd Street Y. At 9, it's the film Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. At 10, award-winning Israeli author David Grossman is honored. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 5:30, a look at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 28th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.